What's up, YouTube? Well, as you can see, I'm underneath the Fairmont wagon, and we're going to be doing a Lincoln locker. Now, if you all know what that is, that means we're going to be taking the stock center section that's inside of this rear and welding the spider gears together so they can't slip, and it'll lock both tires. So it's a cheap, effective way of basically making this rear be posi all the time, like putting a spool in it. I've done it before on a couple, well, probably one other rear that I can remember off the top of my head, and it worked good. And I want to do it to this one, so this way it can't spin on me. And I got a couple different tools here. Nice little prying device. This is a 13mm socket, ratchet, extension. A 1/2 inch would work too. And then a hammer. And to speed up the process, got my impact gun. So hopefully I can fit that in there. I brought a short socket as well, just in case I ran into clearance problems, being able to fit the gun and such, which might still not work. It might work. We'll see. I'll crack them all loose with the ratchet. Now this rear, somebody put in a aftermarket bolt apparently, so this would not normally be an Allen key style socket, or need an Allen key for that, but in my case it's got an Allen key. So let's get this thing apart and start on it. Bolts aren't even really that tight. Pretty wild. That one's loose. Alright. Now, for anybody doing this, obviously you will need a drain pan. I have one under here. Hopefully it's not cracked, because good drain pan around here is hard to come by. You can already smell the gear oil. Alright, where's my gun? Tight fitting up there. They're able to make it work, so that's pretty cool. And nice and quick. And just so everybody's aware, this isn't stuff I put here. This is stuff for the air shocks, evidently. And it's kind of in the way, but whatever. Alright. Crack this loose. I might need to use the hammer. Oh, there it is. Drain pan pretty close, so that's good. At least fluid actually looks relatively clean. Alright, be right back. Gotta take it out of gear. Park rather. I should be able to spin this. Alright, let's see. The camera turned off on me, but I wanted to show you guys this. Let's see if I can get a little. Alright, there we go. Now when you spin this, watch this spider gear right here. See that thing slipping? That's exactly what we don't want. We need to lock that. Because right now that other wheel is not spinning. Every time we do this, that wheel ain't turning. So that's our drive wheel that's spinning this section at the moment. So that's what's going on in these rears when they're not posi. So we're going to take these beautiful spider gears and I'm going to kind of mesh them together and weld them and make a mess out of this rear, probably to the point where it's useless, where you can't even get it apart. So it's either going to stay together and be good for however long until it breaks, and when it breaks it's just going to be scrap. That's pretty much it on that. This rear is not really worth anything. 7.5. It's not really anything special. So now I gotta clean this all out and get all the oil off of them gears. Clean this surface up. Clean the cover off. All the gasket material that's on that. Weld it. Put it back together and put fluid in it. So I don't think you guys want to watch me really clean this, but I'm gonna let the camera roll, grab all my stuff and get to it. Let me put this back down. Flash off and zoom back out for you guys. I'm gonna readjust that, make sure you guys can see what's going on. Okay, you guys sitting on my jack, so there we go. Grab some cleaner. I got towels, forgot the cleaner. Some brake clean. And we're just gonna spray it in there. Some people weld like bolts and stuff in there. I ain't doing all that. I'm literally just gonna weld these spider gears up. Should be good. Done it like that before. Alright, let's see. Get a rag in there the best I can. And it ain't gonna be pretty, guys. Don't expect no pretty weld job. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna look like crap. As long as it gets the job done, it don't really matter what it looks like. clean out of there. Even though there's going to be more in it. I gotta do this side and then turn it, spin it, and do the other side. Should be pretty dry. Now I'm gonna go grab my welder. And weld this thing all up. On this side, we made a little bit of a mess. That thing might be leaking. That's not cool. Alright, so to get the welder, I gotta move a bunch of crap. So, I'll stop the video for now, get everything set up, and be back at you guys in a minute. Alright. Now you guys might not be able to see what I'm doing from the angle you guys are at the moment, but at least you'll get to see the process. And I'll show you guys what I do, or where I weld it, all that good fun stuff. Alright, find a spot to ground this. I just go right to the gears. Where did I put my gloves? Now I wasn't going to do this, but the other night when the car spun on me, kind of really bothered me. Probably more than it should, but I don't like that type of stuff. So here we are, underneath the car, about to screw some stuff up. Alright, now if I can see to do this, it might turn out halfway decent, but can't really even see what I'm doing, so we're just gonna wing it. Got a fire. This will eventually burn out, right? Get that on out of here. Safety first, guys. Safety first. Alright, really need a light. suck by the light. I guess we'll make do. See what it is. Sacrificing a good job for you guys. Doesn't help that I'm not the best welder to begin with. So, in doing this, isn't gonna ever be beautiful whatsoever. Bottom. Ooh, look at that, already working. Woo, woo, woo. Ain't that beautiful? That's a beautiful thing. It makes me happy. More than you'll ever know. I said, I'm such a piece of crap at the moment. I do need this light. This is what we got, guys. So far, forgive me, I got gloves on. So we got, it's ugly. Still got more to do. I got to get in there better. Wow, that is horrible. A lot of spatter. It's a flux core welder on top of it. So can't see. I think I'm going to reposition a couple things. You guys and this light, maybe. Put this light somewhere where I can actually see. Definitely be a plus. Woo. There we go. That's a little bit better. Alright. I think you guys get the idea. So I'm going to cut this off, and then after I'm done doing this, show you guys what I did. I think that's a little bit better. Instead of making you watch me painfully weld this for however long it's going to take. So we'll be right back. Alright guys, there she is. We'll weld it up. Like I said, ugly, but it's effective. Both wheels spin now. Zoom out. There it is. The old Lincoln locker. It's ugly, but like I said, it's effective. A lot of drift guys do this. If you're poor or don't have the money to go out and buy a spool and axles and all that stuff, this will get you by for a while. Car I had it in last time, I never broke one. I mean, it was 8.8 though, but it was still probably just as ugly as this one, to be honest with you. But it's done now. Definitely helped to see what I was doing. The weld started to come out a little bit better. Still ugly. I mean, this thing, you know, it's got gear oil, brake cleaner, all that in there, so it's definitely not helping matters at all. But and honestly, I should still be able to get this apart if I do want to take the axles out of it for the 8.8, if I'm going to use stock 28 splines. So this should still all work. Now I just got to clean everything up and pop it back together, which you guys really don't need to see any of that. Just going to basically wipe this surface down and clean the cover off, RTV it, and bolt it back up, and then fill it with fluid. So you guys got to see the process of building a Lincoln locker, as we like to call it. And I am decked out in Lincoln attire. I got a nice Lincoln welding jacket on, and I actually think my gloves might be Lincoln. Maybe. Yep. Some Lincoln gloves. Check that out, huh? Think I'm sponsored or something. Harbor Freight helmet, though. My girl bought me these. That's why I got the good stuff. It's a gift. Stuff I buy for me is cheap stuff. So there it is, guys. The old Lincoln locker. Welded diff. Whatever you want to call it. Ugly. Effective. It'll give you a posi for a good while. Might last longer than you expect it to. This isn't going to be in here that long, hopefully. I'd like to do the 5-speed swap, and then after that's complete, I'm going to end up doing the rear. So hopefully you guys get to see if this rear will last after I do the 5-speed swap, if the axles will stay in it. You'll see what just the 5-speed swap does for the car, and then we'll see what gear does with that 5-speed swap. So I think it's going to be a big gain putting a stick in it. Should be, at least. So we'll see. Stick in the cam, because I'm doing that once the motor comes out. I'm doing it at once. I'm not gonna do the cam first or the stick first. I'm doing it all one shot, so I just don't feel like doing the work twice, because the motor's going to be out. It's going to be a lot easier to put a cam in it once the motor's out. You guys get the idea. So there it is, guys. I wanted to show you guys this. This way you get to see it with your own eyes. Seeing is believing. That's it. Thanks for watching. And until next time. Catch you guys later.